Charts aren't just for reporting. They're for spotting trends, tracking goals, and making smarter decisions before it comes time to report. Now, you don't need to be a data analyst to get value from them, and with SmartSuite, using charts is easy, simple, and powerful. Hey there, I'm Alex Knowles from automationhelpers.com, and we help companies like yours get set up and automated using industry-leading portals, apps, and integrations. In this video, we're taking a look at SmartSuite Charts, how to build them, how to use them, and how to bring them into a dashboard to get key insights, track goals, and keep your team aligned. Let's get into it. Creating charts in SmartSuite is super easy. You'll want to jump into your solution. I'm currently in the Acme marketing team solution. And then you want to jump on the data source or the table for which you want to create a chart for. I'm on campaigns, and we can see within it, we've got our campaign, of course, but we're also tracking the budget, the leads generated, the conversions, and the conversion rate, which we achieve through a formula field. So let's create our first chart for this table. We'll just open up this sidebar, and we're going to select Create New View. We'll scroll down and select Chart View. We'll just leave the title as it is, and this will open up a new view on the side panel of our SmartSuite table, or our SmartSuite solution. So we'll see bar charts. Now, bar charts and column charts are great for comparisons. If we scroll down, we'll see the options we have when it comes to charts, of which there are plenty. Now, pie charts are great for showing proportions, like categories, segments, or distribution. Let's start off with a bar chart, and we'll take a look at how we can compare our leads and conversions. Okay, so we'll select the values. We're just going to straight away select leads generated. We'll add another value, which is going to be our conversions. So here we can see that we've actually received 345 leads, and of which 133 were conversions. Now let's look at creating a stacked bar chart and compare month on month. So we'll select the grouping, and we're going to select the date value. We will need to change this to a stacked bar, as we can see there. Then the cool thing that we can do with SmartSuite is in other platforms, we'll have to create a formula field in order to calculate month, quarter, and so on. But we can just select it right here from the UI. So we can see in February, we had 40 leads generated and 6 of those converted. April, 95, 17 conversions. May, 90, 22. June has been our best month, even though we're not there yet. This is just some dummy data we're working with. 120 and 18 conversions. We can also group this by quarter so that we can see Q2 has definitely been our strongest quarter yet. We can also include other things like the chart total here. Let's go with just bringing in the conversions, 133 conversions we can see. We've also got the ability to bring in a benchmark line, which is great for targets. Let's say our lead target, and we'll just go back to a standard bar chart there. Our lead target is, let's say we want to get 50. We've already reached that there in Q3 with 70. As we can see there, that lead target. We can also include multiple. Let's say conversion target was 5. And we also have the ability, which is great with charts, to customize the look, the colors, and all that. Sweet. We'll also have the ability to add a dynamic filter. Let's say we want to take a look at the leads and conversions that were produced by a specific team member. Well, we can select that from the side panel there. We can also do this by, let's say we want to have a look at month specifically. If we select the date, toggle up there, we have all those options. Maybe we want to just bring this to either last 6 months, 3 months, this month, or this week. And we'll only see those options there, which is really, really cool. We can also take this further, we'll go all time through advanced, adding further labels to your chart. Now, if we want to take a look at the pie chart just quickly before we get into some more complicated examples, more complex examples. Now, we will want to toggle on show data labels in order to see that percentage. So we can see that the leads we've generated are 345 and the conversions are 133. But perhaps we want to take a look at this by just leads generated by quarter. We'd remove that, and then we can actually select to do this by month. We can see that June, again, was our best month. But how far can we take this? Okay, but first I'm just going to change this view title, that is, lead gen chart. And we will want to change this
chart total because we're not actually looking at conversions here. So we'll change that to leads generated. We've got the all-time date. Let's remove 6 months and just have it as this month and last 3 months. Groovy. Now let's take a look at, say, for example, we want to find out what the cost per conversion and cost per click is for each month. So we're going to add another chart view. Just selecting that there. We'll just leave it as the default name. We'll have a bar chart because we're going to do a group bar chart. We'll leave the stacked. We don't necessarily need that. The values we're going to use, well, we're going to have to create a formula field to be able to determine each of those. So we'll jump to our grid view. We'll add a formula field. We'll label this cost per conversion. We'll jump into the advanced editor, of course. Okay, so we've got this formula that I just quickly created. If the leads generated is higher than 0, round that out, and we're going to divide the budget by the leads generated. So we'll quickly add this field. Oh, we forgot. We will need to quickly jump in, modify, and format it so that it pumps out a currency value. Sweet. There we go, updated. And we'll quickly create another formula field for the cost per lead. Cost per lead. Oops, get rid of that S. We'll jump into the advanced editor once again. Sweet. So this one, the same formula. This time we're just determining how much it costs per lead. Sweet. Oh, and once again, we forgot. I'll quickly jump in that. Format it so that it comes out as a currency value so we know how much we are spending. And that is also used on the chart view. Sweet. This new chart view. So let's select those newly created formulas. Where are we? Cost per lead. And the other will be cost per conversion. And then we want to group that by date. And we're going to select monthly. So we can see that our cost per lead was the most expensive in April. So obviously there are plenty of chart options for you to choose from. So let's quickly take a look at the scatter chart here. This is great for when you want to compare and look over a long time period to find correlations between certain values. So here we'll just say the cost per lead. Let's see how that correlates to the budget. So we've got on the x-axis the cost per lead. Here we can see when we are spending more within our budget, our cost per lead is obviously much more. So those higher budget campaigns aren't actually giving us the reward we would expect. Here on the low budget range, we're getting low. So those around the mid area are where we get our most value from. Other charts to definitely check out are the bubble chart and the heat map. The heat map is great for when you want to find hotspots within your views, engagement, or whatever value you're tracking. But let's take a look at how we can now add our chart views to a dashboard. Dashboards in SmartSuite bring multiple elements together to provide an overview of business performance. Whether it's a sales dashboard, marketing performance tracker, or project health monitor, dashboards make it easy to stay on top of your data, and charts help you visualize that data. A really cool use case would be create a dashboard for each individual campaign, pulling in how that campaign is performing and how each team member has been a part of it, looking at the tasks included, the launch date, and any info that is necessary. Now, we're just going to quickly look at adding these charts we created to a dashboard. So we've got the lead gen pie chart, and I just quickly created a conversion chart using the bar chart type. So we'll select create new view. We're going to jump down and select dashboard. We'll just leave that as the default title. So with that dashboard view, all we need to do, let's actually get rid of this side panel here, is select add widget. And we're just going to search for chart. Then we'll select which table it's on. We know it's on our marketing campaigns. We'll bring in that lead gen chart, add widget. And the cool thing here is that we're able to select where we place this, as well as how it appears. So let's make it slightly larger. And we'll just quickly pull in the conversion chart we created. Chart, select table, campaigns, conversion chart, add widget. And there we go. Let's bring this down. Nice. Now from here we can see we've got the total leads generated still sitting there on the second chart. So let's jump into that and we'll select the chart total and change it to the conversions. So we have the total amount of conversions sitting over here. Even cooler, within SmartSuite, you also have the option to filter the values or the data you see even further. So this month we can see with April, obviously our chart is month by month, so it won't change too much for there. But if we had a chart that just simply showed the conversions for the quarter or even the year, we could use that date filtering to actually see what we want. From there, you want to edit the dashboard further, bringing in your assignees, your tasks and records, as well as other metrics for you to quickly look at, like we have started building on our marketing hub here. We've got a nice clean hero section, an explainer, and we're also looking at the leads, traffic, and campaign budget, as well as bringing in the marketing initiative tasks. The great thing about SmartSuite is that you can bring these metrics and visualize how well your team is performing right into the place where they get their work done. Now, if you need help setting up your work management solution or want to automate parts of your business, don't hesitate to reach out to us at automationhelpers.com, where a team of experts are offering a free 30-minute consultation. So book yours today.